Hello, trading is closed on June the 3rd, 2020. We'll go over our calls. Look for the pattern with the early low. There it is. And tomorrow has the early high. Other than that, we didn't really have a call. We said if we dropped, I could explain it, but I didn't have anything that was requiring it. It's not the kind of a call you can make with your broker. We had a rally today. MEJT says it won't stick. Gives us a target of 3114.28. Unless we gap up smartly, that's my call for tomorrow. It is bullish that you start out low, rally all day, but it's not so good when you rally all day long and you can't close over the midday high. It's just not enough for me to be convinced the rally's over, but this remains a plausible target if we don't gap up. If we do gap up, we came close enough to this February target to make it optional, but optional targets usually print for real. And if it is seen, there should be resistance at and just over the target. During the day, MEJT said this rally would retrace, it was false. Said this drop was retraced, was false. Now says the rally is false, will retrace to 3114.28. It's not really a heck of a lot lower than we closed. I don't trade based on DeMarc's stuff anymore, but I do keep track of it. And today completed a combo sell signal. It's one of a number of timing things which triggered today. Well, here's the count we're using. You can always rearrange these things to make a plausible count. Right now we have an ABC with C equal to A, but if we go up some more, you can come up with some other count too. We're still holding under this trend line. Now, as far as timing things go, a big move often comes at the time of the apex of the dashed gray lines, and that's really pretty close to where we are now. So if we do drop, or rally for that matter, soon after the open, it'll come right on time. But usually, if you're over the apex, you drop into it. Again, usually and always aren't the same things. Now this is the biggest drop percentage-wise from the top in history, and this is the best. I read 50 trading days rally percentage-wise in history. Huge swings like this are typical of market tops. It doesn't mean it has to stop here. Indeed, B wave could be an expanded flat. You could even hit a new high, although I'm not predicting it, without changing the interpretation. And the interpretation is no matter how high we go, there isn't a valid count for the end of this down leg, and at some point, I'm not calling for it now, but at some point there should be one more leg down. In the meantime, we can enjoy the ride, I guess. Well, this is a pretty critical trend line right where these things meet, and then you join these tops and this top, and they all come together right at today's close. So again, it's one of the timing things which says today has the possibility to be a short-term high, but we've overcome a lot of resistance before. I'm just going to be aware of it, and I'll believe it when I see it. Right now, my only call is this unless we gap up. And of course, if we gap up smartly, all that resistance has been overcome. So tomorrow's pattern has an early high. Doesn't mean you won't gap down. Typically, the market rallies, hits a high in the final hours, usually near the close. Failure is a straight line drop. If you don't gap up sharply, I'm looking for the lower target. Number of timing elements come into play. I think a short-term top is possible. Even though I think this is still a bear market rally, I'm not convinced the high of the leg's in. Tomorrow I'll have my video, and Norm Winsky is coming and he'll give us his insights as well. So tomorrow's the day with the early high. Usually it's a rally day with the high and the fine low. Or it doesn't mean you won't go down first, and doesn't mean this won't print. There's support at and under this number, resistance at and over this number, and that's today's call.